ЩwiatłoSiła is a wonderful thing to be invited to. Did I say it right?
You said it absolutely perfect. Joe, let's start. Thank you for being with us today. That's amazing.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for thinking of me for what sounds like an absolutely amazing event.
Oh, we cannot wait. Right now we are talking, it's 17th of June, so we've got a couple months to go, but we are very excited for your visit and this amazing time with you. Would you be so kind and tell us what are you preparing for us during ЩwiatłoSiła festival?
Yeah. Well, I have a number of things going, during my time there, as you know, photo walk, etc., lighting instruction, and a keynote, kind of a mix of things. Obviously, the central question for all of us in many, many ways is the use and management of light. So at least some of my time there and interaction with people who are attending would be about that central question, to use light effectively as a language, to speak to people, initiate a conversation with people. We'll never meet. We live in an amazing time. I can make a picture right here, put it on Instagram, and you'll see it in a minute. So we are global communicators, and most of the people who see our pictures will never meet, we'll never know them. But what we are hoping to do via the photograph is to initiate a conversation, as I said, to get them intrigued and to hold their attention, even for more than a couple of split seconds, which is the way we oftentimes flip through Instagram, for instance, just everything going so fast. But that is the essence of, I think, my efforts there is to all the things photographic, obviously composition, staging, relationship with your subject, the story you're trying to tell, but they tend to revolve around, at least for the purposes of this festival, the use of light.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, ЩwiatłoSiła, which basically in its name has got the light, the power of light. So if you translate it freely, so it's very apropos to talk about light. And we photographers we must use light to send our message, as you said, and to reach out to our audience.
Sure. I mean, photography itself, the Greek root of photography is photographos, which means to write with light. So the idea of using light as language is certainly not a new one, but it is intricate. It's a good question, really, because what can you teach about it? You can teach a lot about the mechanics of light, f-stops, shutter speeds, the relationship of the light that you apply to a scene relative to the ambient light that exists in the scene. How do you push it, pull it, manipulate it so that you are speaking well, frankly, and the photograph is effective. So some of that lies in the realm of intuition, and also extending that a little bit, or more than a little, really, it involves research, knowing your subject, knowing the intent of the photograph. Sometimes you are going to light per the assignment. Say you're photographing a CEO portrait. Well, you're probably not going to use minimal light or shadowy light and employ a lot of bokeh, a lot of out of focus area, because you probably want that person, him or her, powerful, head of a company. So you want to see the environment, you want to see what's behind them. And that all contributes to the information of the photograph and gets the viewer involved. If you're photographing, say, a mystery novelist who writes about murder and mayhem and those kinds of things, maybe you bring that person into a dark alley and you're using your light to mimic the darkness that you find, to represent something else, and that's indicative about this person's endeavor, their expertise, their soul, their what do they bring into the party here? Well, murder, mystery, mayhem, dark streets, bad things, so you light accordingly. So sometimes that occurs in the realm of signing. If you're out there shooting for yourself, well, the field is open to you. You can light as you wish. I have a very good friend, Gregory Heisler, who's a master of light, and we've known each other for many years. And Greg always said that there's editorial light, which means that you're fusing your use of light with the story at hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's lighting things any way you want. And so, you can go crazy. You can use gels. Gels are very popular now. You can go crazy with things and make someone look like they're from outer space. So the entire realm of light is very bound up in your expressiveness as a photographer.
Absolutely. That sounds very interesting and intriguing. We were going to see you on the 6th and 7th of September in Gdańsk during ЩwiatłoSiła. 6th is going to be a bit hectic, I believe, because we're going to have a keynote presentation and photo walk. Firstly, photo walk, and secondly, the keynote presentation. On the 7th of September, you're preparing a masterclass for a small group of photographers.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
You're not going to.
Surprise you. No, that has happened to me. I mean, in terms of surprising, I have shot Nikon cameras, or Nikon, as is often said, for many years, and I used to go over to the Nordics, working with Nikon Nordic, and they had a wonderful relationship with the person who was directing things, and we would do these tours called The Speed of Light.
Mm-hmm.
And he always tried to challenge me and surprise me. And at one point, I was in a theater in the Round, and he brought out a 9-ton elephant. Hadn't told me about it. And I was supposed to light this elephant with speed lights.
Okay.
He just said, he goes, "Joe, I like to challenge you." I'm like, okay, well, that was a 9-ton challenge. Thank you very much. So yes, I'll be ready to do a little bit, I'll mostly talking, some Q&A, hopefully, I can get the audience involved and maybe do some off the cuff things that show, how you could possibly survive. I mean, let's face it, these conference rooms or, big presentation halls don't exactly lend themselves to being inspirational environment.
Oh, no.
Maybe we can create something during the keynote that would be fun and, oh my God, this is horrible for me to say, illuminating for the photographer. That's really bad. That's really bad joke. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize right away,
It's okay. So, I'll just have to scrap the idea of the elephant. It has been used, so the elephant is out of the room, actually.
Please, no elephants.
No elephants. No elephants.
But I am looking forward to being in Gdańsk.
Absolutely.
ЩwiatłoSiła is a wonderful thing to be invited to. Did I say it right?
You said it absolutely perfect.
Okay, fantastic.
ЩwiatłoSiła. Yes. Yes, we can't wait to actually host you here in Gdańsk. As you can tell, I'm extremely excited, and I'm actually counting days. So I know we've got a couple of months to go, but they will just fly by quite quickly.